Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. Who should we blame for the drama witnessed today in Nakuru during the National Drama Festival?
Mimi naitwa Karanja, mimi ni MCA wa Naivasha East na mimi pia nilikuwa mwalimu. Mimi ni producer na scriptwriter wa narratives. Na leo nilikuwa nimekuja kuona mchezo wa Cleophas Malala ukiwa unaaktiwa na Butere Girls inside the hall, ambayo kunatakana kuwe na adjudicators. Lakini vile leo nimeona mchezo wa Echoes of War umekatazwa kufanywa inside the hall, ukaletwa outside the hall. Lakini sasa actors wamekuwa different. Badala ya wanafunzi wa Butere Girls, sasa tumeona ya kwamba wamekuwa substituted na polisi. Badala ya wao wawe na mavazi ambao walikuwa nao, polisi walikuwa na tear gas, polisi walikuwa na marugu.
Should we blame Cleophas Malala, the script writer, for the Echoes of War?
Imefika mahali Kenya mnani arrest because naandika play marugu. Nakuja na polisi 50. Nimefanya makosa gani? Nimefanya makosa gani kuandika? You are arresting me because of writing a play. Writing a play. What offense have I committed? Alive.
Or should we blame Butere Girls High School for entering the students in a politically charged play?
Soma kifungu kifuatacho kisha ujibu maswali. Naona huyo jamaa amekwama hapo kwenu. Nyinyi mko na bahati. But we are here to advise you. Alienda kwenu siku 6. Kwetu he was there 6 days out of 7. Hakuna barabara hajui kwa jina. Hakuna soko hajui kwa jina. And he will memorize. We were very impressed. He will mention a road and he will go. Ndiyo barabara itoke Mandera, ikuje Lamu, ikuje Gare, ikuje Elwa, ikuje Kobo, ikuje pale Kotulo, ikuje Tabas, ipitie hapa Wajia, iende Samatan, iteremke Mandogashi, ifike Isiolo, iende Nairobi, ili watu wa Northern Kenya wanaopiga kura wakae kama Wakenya wengine. Hurra!
Or should we blame the government, that is the Ministry of Education and the NIS? Or should we blame the organizers of the National Drama Festival? Because I'm 100% sure that there's always a criteria which plays must meet. But for me, I don't want to blame Malala. He's a scriptwriter. I don't want to blame Butere Girls High School because they have drama club. They participated from the sub-county, county up to the national level. I want to blame two people, the organizers of the event, because probably they should have known better. But I want to blame the government of the Republic of Kenya, particularly the Ministry of Education and the NIS. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because today really embarrassed the president. And the government actually lost information war today.
I've been watching the news this morning and seeing what's happening to our young girls from Butere has sent a chill down my spine and I'm in tears. And there's only 2 questions that popped my mind. 1, is this really the Kenya our fathers fought for? Is it? 2, is freedom of speech being lost in this country? You can never stop the movement. Kasongo must go.
The police have already acted Echoes of War. They have already acted. In fact, they have done better than how those girls could have done. Because tell me, tear gassing girls underage, what is that? Hiyo si ni Echoes of War. Tell me, preventing girls who are having the right, hata koti imewapea go ahead to perform those the poem the drama and you're preventing them. Police wanarusha tear gas mpaka kwa gari. I have seen another policeman akiingia kwa hiyo gari ya wasichana. What are you going to do to girls? Hawa si wanaume. Unaingia gari ya wasichana when you are in chaos, confused, trying to run for their lives, and then you're there jumping in their car. Shame on you. Do you have a wife at home? Do you have a girl child at home? Yani watoto wamerushiwa tear gas, wengine wanajaribu kuruka hata kwa dirisha, na wewe miguu yako mbili amachua policeman going to that car. What are you going to do there? And then you're preventing them to act what you're doing on the ground. Si mumeonyesha how real the poem was, because you could have left them to do whatever they are doing, hata munyonge wakuwe number 10 huko mbele, but then you're preventing them to act echoes of war while you're doing the echoes. What do you think you planted in those girls?
I don't want to get into the details whether Butere Girls High School was supposed to play that script by Malala or not. But for me, I want to focus on the political aspect of the whole drama we witnessed today. Because I paid very close attention to the Ministry of Education, that is the Cabinet Secretary, listening to him.
Thank you. Stopped Butere Girls from performing? The government did not stop Butere Girls from performing. Can you rephrase that question? You are very, very aware that the students were allowed to perform at 8 o'clock. When they came to the stage and after the national anthem, one of them stepped forward and said they are not willing to perform without their director, Mr. Malala. Mr. Malala is not a teacher in Butere, he's not a director in Butere, he's not a director of that play. So the students, of their own volition, decided not to participate.
What is he even trying to say? Because Kenyans were there when tear gas were actually thrown to those kids. Again, listening to the PS for Education.
And from the presentations right here in the morning, clearly this creative economy can employ more than 3 million young people. There was an issue with the Butere Girls, but I want to announce that the issue has been resolved and Butere Girls are going to perform in this. And the issue has been resolved, and I don't want us to discuss the details of this, but I want to assure the country that the issues that which had been raised have been cleared, and now the girls can be able to come and perform.
So which means the Ministry of Education allowed that. Again, now listening to State House Communications Officer.
Sisi hatuna vita na watoto. Hatuna pingamizi na watoto na wanafunzi wote kote nchini. Maana wao wanaonyesha talanta yao. Ndio maana tamthilia ile hatukuipinga, imefika kile kiwango. Lakini vile vile tuko na jukumu, huyu anayefanya uchochezi kutumia watoto, huyo ndio tuko naye na issue naye. Na si mwingine ni aliandika tamthilia ile. Maana kwa mfano, sawa, amesema alikuwa ameenda kufanya rehearsals. Kisheria una access shule kuanzia saa 2 mpaka saa ngapi? Mpaka saa 10 usiku, saa 10 jioni. Saa 3 usiku unafanya nini katika shule ambao ni watoto wa kike wamewekwa hapo bila fursa, bila clearance? Mazoezi yale utakufanya, ulikuwa na wiki nzima, ulikuwa na mchana mzima. Mbona hukufika ukaja ukaangalia, ukarekebisha pale unapotaka?
What is she even trying to say? Because according to her, Malala went to girls' dormitory. Malala was arrested yesterday. Everybody knows that. And even if Malala went to girls' dormitory, why couldn't they arrest him there? So for me, this whole situation has placed William Ruto in a very awkward situation. And if I were the president, I'd fire my advisors, especially in the line of communication and in the line of security. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why William Ruto should actually fire some of his officers for subjecting him to humiliation. Because right now it's appearing as if the president and the state are fighting young girls. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And with the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to BRICS Solutions, your number one partner in point of sales and ERP solutions. Currently, BRICS Solutions has one of the best point of sales softwares in the market, designed specifically for hardware businesses, supermarkets, petrol stations, pharmacies, schools, retail shops, and any other business you might think of. Some of the main features of the point of sale software is that it's able to track sales real-time, stock management, generate reports like tracking income, sales, customers, suppliers, and expenses. You can call them on the numbers you are seeing on your screen there for live demonstrations. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Why do you think the echoes of war attracted national attention? It did because, for me, the blunder of the government. And I want to place that blame probably on our security apparatus. I'm saying this because let's just make this assumption that after the court ruling, the government of Kenya just allowed the play to go on without the drama which were witnessed. Just assume they allowed the play to go on. Do you think it would have attracted the kind of attention it did today? Probably not. And I've seen what people are saying about the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, that if Uhuru Kenyatta was the president, probably would even just be... You know me, I like taking coffee or tea, but I'm taking tea now because I don't want to lose my sleep at night. Tonight, Uhuru loved taking his bottle and he would just laugh off this. And Kenyans were like, Uhuru would have even allowed the kids to play, watch, host them at State House, and if he realized it was him, the play was about, he would just laugh. But for William Ruto, it's totally different. I even listened to Kipchumba Murkomen's response, and I was shocked. Why? Because when Malala's play, Shackles of Doom, were banned under similar circumstance, Kipchumba Murkomen came very strongly to defend the play. But now, the coin is on the other side. I don't want to get into that. But what has shocked me is the kind of mistakes William Ruto's allies are making out of this. If I were Ruto, I'd consider changing my communications strategy. They can't even speak with one voice over this particular matter. If they wanted to ban it, they would have said that Butere Girls play was not going to be allowed and stuck by it. But now what did they do? The usual old tactics, using police here, throwing tear gas there, intimidating people, arresting Malala, giving Malala unnecessary attention. Unnecessary attention. Today in Parliament, William Ruto's allies, Osoro, the Kisii Women Rep, and others were blowing hot. But what were they saying? They were not even concurring on whatever they were communicating. So for me, if you had to ask me, William Ruto needs to overhaul his communications team and figure out his new communication strategy, because the current one is not working for William Ruto. It's not working for him. That's the fact. Number two, was the tear gas necessary? Apart from being outdated, we are talking of school-going children. And when you talk of school-going children being tear gas, what comes to your mind? The Langata Primary School children. When was that? If you remember. When was that? That was before 2017. I'm 100% sure. Those kids, some of them are out of school. Some of them have acquired their IDs. They are seeing this. They were tear-gassed that. And they were tear-gassed because of William Ruto. That's why if William Ruto had a serious communication team and serious advisors, they would have told the president that restrain as much as possible to avoid the use of tear gas on school-going children, because you'll be associated with that. And importantly, I think there is kind of disconnect between William Ruto and his allies and the young generation. You see, if you look at the other side, you see Kalonzo, you see Raila, you see Rigathi. Those are old men. Ruto is younger, his team is young. They should be able to connect with these young people. Why are they not connecting? For me, someone like Osoro, if I were him, as the majority whip in the National Assembly, instead of making noise in Parliament, I would have driven from Nakuru, from Nairobi to Nakuru, go there, just try to be with the students. In fact, William Ruto would have dispatched some young leaders from his side to just go and watch, encourage the students, talk to them, encourage them, instead of what they're doing. What they did today is actually radicalizing the students. I've seen other people asking me, why, Lee, were the parents okay? Why are the parents siding with their kids? It has reached a point where the parents, for those who followed the Gen Z protest, the parents were actually behind the Gen Zs. And an explanation was actually given at that time that you have a parent who has retired, has educated 3, 4, or 5 kids up to university. He has retired. None of those kids are working. Yeah? And that's why they were able to support their kids to go to the streets at that time because of the finance bill. It's the same with these kids here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you think, but for me, I think William Ruto needs to change tact. If you want to change tact, tact will change him. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.